Have you ever considered what you would do if you had a heart attack while completely alone? It's a terrifying scenario, yet it's more common than many realize. People often assume help will be nearby or that they'll have enough time, but the reality is that the first few minutes are absolutely crucial. Your actions during this brief window could determine whether you survive. The reassuring news is that even if you live alone or spend much of your time by yourself, you can still make it through a heart attack if you respond quickly and correctly. This video outlines 7 essential steps you need to take the moment a heart attack starts, especially when you're the only one present. These tips are straightforward, practical, and potentially life-saving. You don't need any special medical knowledge or equipment. What matters most is being mentally prepared and staying calm. We'll guide you through everything: how to recognize the early warning signs, what to do right away, how to reduce the strain on your heart, and small but powerful actions that might buy you enough time to reach medical assistance. Be sure to watch all the way through, as the final steps are often overlooked, but they could be the key to surviving. Don't wait until it's too late to understand the warning signs your body is sending. Let's dive in and prepare you to handle this emergency with confidence. Step 1. Recognize the earliest symptoms. Many people imagine a dramatic, crushing chest pain, like what's portrayed in movies. However, real heart attacks often start with much more subtle and easily overlooked signs. Recognizing these early cues can be the difference between life and death. What you need to watch for is a persistent, uncomfortable pressure or squeezing feeling in the center of your chest. It might feel like something heavy is pressing down on you, or as if your chest is slowly filling with concrete. This discomfort may come and go, leading you to think it's not serious. But if it lasts longer than a few minutes or returns repeatedly, don't ignore it. Other common symptoms include shortness of breath, which may occur even if you haven't been physically active. You might feel as if you've just climbed a steep hill, even while sitting still. Pain or discomfort can also show up in the arm, shoulder, neck, jaw, or back. Lightheadedness, nausea, cold sweats, and sudden dizziness are also possible signs. For women and older adults, symptoms might present differently, often as pressure in the upper back or stomach rather than classic chest pain. Take Richard's story as an example. At 74, he was sitting at his kitchen table when he felt a strange pressure beneath his collarbone, similar to heartburn. Then he noticed shortness of breath and sweaty palms. Remembering that heart attacks don't always begin with severe chest pain, he took immediate action, something that likely saved his life. The body often gives quiet warnings before a crisis. When it comes to heart attacks, these subtle signals may be your only opportunity to respond before serious damage occurs. Don't wait for dramatic symptoms. If you feel something unusual, especially a mix of pressure, breathlessness, or extreme fatigue, stop immediately. Don't downplay it as just indigestion. Treat every warning sign seriously. Your awareness and quick response could save your life. Step 2. Call emergency services without delay. If you suspect that someone or yourself may be experiencing a heart attack, the next critical step is to immediately call 911. Do not wait to see if the symptoms pass. Don't assume it's a false alarm, and absolutely do not try to drive yourself to the hospital. Taking immediate action by contacting emergency responders is the most efficient and potentially life-saving move you can make. Heart attacks are medical emergencies that worsen with every passing minute. The longer the heart muscle is deprived of oxygen, the more severe and irreversible the damage becomes. By calling 911, you're ensuring that medical professionals equipped with life-saving tools and medications are already en route. In situations where the heart might stop before reaching the hospital, these responders can begin vital treatment right on the spot. It's essential to understand how risky it is to drive yourself during such a crisis. Symptoms can escalate rapidly, and if you lose consciousness while driving, you could cause a serious accident, endangering yourself and others. Moreover, you might delay your own medical care. That's why it's far safer to wait for trained professionals to come to you. Take the example of Linda, a 78-year-old woman who noticed a dull ache in her left shoulder, followed by nausea and sweating. Initially, she thought of calling her son, but she remembered a nurse's advice. If you think you might be having a heart attack and you're alone, call 911 first, then contact family. When the paramedics arrived, her symptoms had grown worse, but they were prepared to stabilize her immediately. That single phone call was a decisive action that saved her life. Importantly, you do not need to be absolutely certain you're having a heart attack before calling for help. Emergency dispatchers would rather send help unnecessarily than miss the opportunity to intervene in a real crisis. They will never be upset if the call turns out to be a precaution. Especially if you live by yourself, it's a good idea to keep your phone nearby at all times. Many smartphones have emergency call features that allow you to seek help even when the screen is locked. Familiarize yourself with this shortcut and be ready to use it if symptoms begin and you struggle to speak or think clearly. In summary, when heart attack symptoms appear, calling 911 right away is the best thing you can do for your safety. Acting quickly allows professionals to bring the care you need directly to you, improving your chances of survival. Don't downplay the symptoms or try to manage alone. Reach out for help immediately. Step 3. Slowly chew an aspirin. After you've contacted emergency services, one of the most effective next steps you can take during a suspected heart attack is to chew an aspirin, calmly and slowly. It's important to chew it rather than swallow it whole. Even if you're feeling anxious or your hands are trembling, focus on this simple but powerful action. If you have access to a standard 325 milligram aspirin and you're not allergic to it or taking medications like blood thinners that make it unsafe, chewing one could dramatically improve your odds of survival. Aspirin acts by thinning the blood, which can slow or even stop the growth of a blood clot that's potentially blocking a coronary artery, often the cause of the heart attack. By chewing rather than swallowing, the aspirin is absorbed more quickly into your bloodstream, allowing it to start working faster. Research shows that this small step can buy you critical minutes, sometimes enough to partially restore blood flow before help arrives. Though it's generally not ideal to take aspirin on an empty stomach, the urgent need to reduce clotting outweighs that risk in a heart attack situation. It's best to avoid coated or time-release versions of aspirin during an emergency, as these are designed to dissolve slowly. However, if that's all you have, chew it anyway to get the medication into your system as fast as possible. Consider Joe, a 72-year-old who felt chest pressure spreading to his neck one morning. Remembering the aspirin in his kitchen, he chewed a tablet while waiting for the ambulance. His cardiologist later explained that quick decision helped limit the damage to his heart and may have prevented the situation from becoming more severe. If you live alone, it's wise to store aspirin in several easily accessible spots: your bedside table, kitchen drawer, purse, or wallet. Make sure it's within reach and not expired, and let your family members know where to find it in case they need to assist you in an emergency. Though it may seem like a minor act, chewing aspirin during a heart attack is supported by medical science and widely recommended by emergency professionals. In those first crucial minutes, that one pill can make the difference between recovering in a hospital or not surviving the event at all. Step 4. Sit or lie down to reduce strain on your heart. After calling emergency services and chewing an aspirin, your next move is vital. Stop all physical activity. Sit or lie down in the safest, most comfortable spot nearby. At this stage, even minor movements can add unnecessary stress to a heart already under duress. It's not the time to walk around, tidy up, or unlock the door, unless it's absolutely necessary for your safety or to let emergency responders in. The goal is to conserve energy and reduce the demand on your heart. Ideally, sit upright in a supportive chair with your back against the seat, feet resting flat on the ground, and arms relaxed at your sides. This position helps minimize your heart's workload and allows for better blood flow and breathing. If you begin to feel dizzy, faint, or weak, lie down on your side with your head slightly elevated. This can help stabilize your circulation and prevent you from falling unconscious if symptoms worsen. Many people feel the urge to push through discomfort or minimize the seriousness of what's happening. They may feel embarrassed to sit still after calling for help, believing they're being overly cautious. But in the case of a possible heart attack, resting is not a passive act. It's a critical one. Remaining still slows your breathing, helps your body conserve oxygen, and prevents your heart from working harder than it already is. Consider the experience of Alice. an 81-year-old woman who began feeling pressure across her chest. Her first instinct was to clean up the kitchen and pull herself together. But then she remembered her doctor's advice. If you suspect a heart problem, stop everything and sit down. She chose to recline in her favorite chair and waited for paramedics to arrive. That decision, to remain still, likely prevented her condition from escalating into cardiac arrest. So if you feel warning signs such as chest pressure, trouble breathing, or lightheadedness, don't try to finish chores or push through. Stay where you are or move only to a more secure and comfortable place. Sit or lie down, breathe slowly, and give your body the best chance to stabilize. One small but important detail: if you're sitting on a chair without armrests or proper support, don't let yourself slump. Keep your posture upright and relaxed, which makes it easier to breathe and puts less strain on your heart. These simple steps may not seem urgent at the moment, but they play a key role in helping your heart survive a crisis. When you take the pressure off your body, you give emergency responders more time and your heart a better chance. Step 5. Unlock your door for emergency responders. After calling 911 and settling into a resting position, if you still have the strength, one of the most important things you can do is unlock your front door. While it may seem like a minor detail, in a medical emergency, every second counts. A locked door can delay emergency responders from reaching you, and those lost moments could be critical. Though paramedics are trained to force entry if necessary, breaking in takes time, can cause property damage, and may even startle or accidentally harm you, especially if you're lying near the entrance. By unlocking the door ahead of time, you allow them to enter without delay and begin treatment immediately. That small effort could save precious minutes your heart doesn't have to spare. If you live alone, particularly in an apartment complex or secured building, it's worth planning ahead. Think through potential obstacles before a crisis occurs. Is your door easy to open from inside? Is your unit number clearly marked? Does someone nearby have a spare key? These small considerations might seem insignificant until the moment you need help fast. Take Paul, for example, a 76-year-old man living in a condo. When he felt early warning signs of a heart attack, he quickly called emergency services, chewed an aspirin, and made sure to unlock his door. Paramedics later told him that simple acts shaved off about 30 seconds from their response time and saved them from having to break the door down. Paul admitted it wasn't something he had thought of beforehand, but it may have been the very reason help got to him in time. Of course, your safety comes first. If walking to the door feels too risky or makes your symptoms worse, stay put and focus on keeping calm. But if the door is nearby and you feel steady enough to reach it, unlocking it could make all the difference. You might also consider installing a smart lock that allows remote access, or a lockbox with a spare key, especially if you live alone or have mobility issues. It's a small preparation, but it shows emergency responders you've done everything you can. Now they can do the rest. Step 6. Use your phone's speaker and medical ID features. When you're alone and experiencing a heart attack, your phone becomes more than just a device for communication. It becomes your essential lifeline. One of the smartest things you can do in this situation is switch your phone to speaker mode. This lets you speak with emergency responders hands-free so you can focus on controlling your breathing and staying calm without having to hold the phone up to your ear. When you're under severe stress, even holding a phone to your ear can make breathing more difficult. Using speakerphone reduces this physical strain and also allows the dispatcher to hear you more clearly if your voice weakens or fades. It also enables them to listen for important clues in the background, such as your breathing, movement, or tone of voice, which can help assess your condition. In addition to speakerphone, modern smartphones offer a critical safety feature called the Emergency Medical ID. On iPhones, this can be accessed right from the lock screen, while many Android devices have a similar function. This feature stores important information like your age, allergies, medications, and any medical conditions you may have. If you become unconscious before help arrives, paramedics can access this information quickly, saving precious time and guiding their treatment decisions. Take the example of Susan, a 79-year-old woman who lost consciousness shortly before emergency responders reached her. Because she had set up her medical ID on her phone, paramedics immediately knew she was diabetic and allergic to penicillin. This crucial information prevented them from administering medications that could have caused her harm. Additionally, they used the emergency contact information stored in her phone to notify her daughter without delay. Setting up your medical ID is simple and only takes a few minutes, but it can make a huge difference during an emergency. Be sure to include your full name, date of birth, major health conditions, medications you take, allergies, and 1 or 2 emergency contacts. This feature isn't just for tech-savvy people. It's for anyone who might need help but be unable to speak for themselves. So, if you ever start feeling the warning signs of a heart attack, switch your phone to speaker mode and stay connected with the dispatcher. Their calm guidance and steady presence can help ease your fear while you wait for help. And if you lose consciousness, your phone can still speak for you by providing responders with life-saving information. If you're finding this advice helpful, please comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I encourage you to do so and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos. Your support helps us continue creating valuable content to inform and empower you. Let's keep moving forward. Step 7, slow your breathing to calm your heart. During a heart attack, it's easy for panic to take over. Your chest tightens, your mind races, and every moment feels more intense than the last. But one powerful tool remains in your control: your breath. When used properly, controlled breathing can help calm your nervous system just enough to steady your heart and improve your chances while waiting for help. Breathing techniques don't cure the heart attack itself, but they can prevent your body from spiraling into shock. Anxiety makes your heart race faster, which only adds stress to an already struggling organ. Slowing your breath can help ease this rapid heartbeat and bring some calm back. You don't need complicated methods. Here's a simple one to try. Inhale slowly through your nose for about 4 seconds, hold your breath briefly, then exhale gently through your mouth for 6 seconds. Repeat this cycle, focusing on the rhythm. This steady breathing gives your body a calming focus and can help reduce the risk of dangerous heart rhythm problems caused by stress. Take Frank, an 83-year-old man who experienced intense chest pain and overwhelming fear. But he remembered a breathing exercise his doctor had taught him during a checkup. By concentrating on his breath and staying still, he was able to ease his panic. When paramedics arrived, his heart was unstable, but had not gone into complete failure. Frank said, "I just kept telling myself, stay calm, stay alive." He also pointed out that practicing this breathing regularly, whether when relaxed, anxious, or even watching TV, makes it easier for your body to return to it instinctively during a crisis. While controlled breathing won't repair blocked arteries, it can help buy crucial time by maintaining oxygen flow and preventing your heart from worsening. In those critical moments before emergency help arrives, slowing your breath can provide the edge you need to survive. The key is simple: stay calm, stay still, and keep breathing steadily. Your breath can become the anchor that helps your heart hold on just a little longer. Final thought: surviving a heart attack alone isn't just a matter of luck. It depends on being prepared, staying aware, and taking calm, decisive action. While each of the 7 steps might seem straightforward by itself, together they create a powerful sequence that can truly save your life. First, recognize the signs early. Then call for emergency help without hesitation. If possible, take an aspirin to slow blood clotting. Find a safe place to sit or lie down to conserve energy. Make sure emergency responders can access you quickly by unlocking your door if you can. Use your phone wisely, switch to speaker mode, and have your medical ID ready. Finally, focus on slowing your breathing to help steady your heart. Each of these actions gives you more precious time, more control over your situation, and sends a clear message. Even if you're alone, you are not helpless. A heart attack may feel like the loneliest and scariest experience, but these steps show that you have resources and knowledge at your disposal. Now that you've learned this, ask yourself which step resonated most with you. Was there something new or something you now understand differently? Think about how you can apply these life-saving measures to your own life, and consider sharing this information with someone close to you. This knowledge might not only protect you, but also help save someone else's life one day. Thank you for being with us today. We'd really appreciate hearing from you. Please drop a comment below sharing something new you learned and how you might apply it in your life. Your feedback means a lot to us, so feel free to express your thoughts. Reading your responses encourages and motivates us greatly. If you found this video useful and enjoyable, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing it. Your support enables us to keep producing valuable content that educates and inspires. Thanks again for watching, and we can't wait to see you in the next video.